Where did you born?
I was born in St. Louis, Missouri.
Alors, how did you grow up and why did you choose the trombone as like instrument?
Because my brothers played trumpet and saxophone. So obviously I chose trombone to full horn section.
Yeah.
To complete. I didn't want to play what my brothers played. They were older than me. I chose trombone.
Alors, talk to me before the Defunkt, the band. You're doing the many concerts on the club before Defunkt.
Well, I was working with James Chance and the Contortions, and when this new wave thing was happening in New York, and I was doing Human Arts Ensemble, jazz, St. Louis Creative Ensemble, and then in New York at this time in the late 70s, when the sort of new wave scene began, I was playing horn sections with James Chance, James White and the Blacks, and that's really where Defunkt started.
Okay.
After a while, I decided to create a band and open up for James, and we started in that same scene. But it started with me working for James as organizing horn sections.
Okay.
For James Chance.
James Chance. Alors, for the Defunkt, how did you funding with the brother? When?
Well, I mean, how did it begin? Well, just like I say, even my brother Byron, we played together with James Chance. He would come to New York, and we would do horn sections with James.
Yeah.
So, and obviously, when I started Defunkt, he was there, and he did a lot of the arrangements and a lot of the horn arrangements. And he was on the first recording, and he actually was co-producer of the first recording, Defunkt.
Did you remember the first show in Paris? C'était New Morning, il me semble.
Was it the New Morning?
In the first, no?
I don't remember, because we played, in those days, we played Bataclan, we played a lot of places in Paris.
Exactly.
But I thought before New Morning, and anyway, I don't remember everything in those periods, because there was a lot of drugs and a lot of...
You like the French audience? What do you think about that?
I always like the French audience. They're very, very, very smart audience, and they like good music.
Alors, what are your musical influences?
Well, I guess Miles Davis and Jimi Hendrix.
Oh.
And to, James Brown and Coltrane and the Art Ensemble of Chicago. I mean, these are the music, and I like Sly Stone was very important.
Did you remember you meeting with James?
Yes, I did. Actually, Defunkt, we opened a show for James in Staten Island at a place called Paramount Theater. This was maybe in the early 80s. And I remember James was, when we played, James really watched the whole show and really studied to see what we were doing. Of course, all these young, crazy guys.
He's a crazy, good guy.
But he's good. But then after that, he watched the whole show from backstage. I saw him on the staircase. And then he performed, and I was in the front, and then he just really kicked our ass. And really, I changed from that point on after that lesson from James in funk music and professionalism. I learned so much that night because he really gave it to us. Yeah. But I think he liked the band too. But he's a veteran.
Too late for the sound check, c'est là. Okay. Alors, did you meet Miles?
Yeah, I met Miles a few times. Miles was from the St. Louis area.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from St. Louis also, Alton, Illinois, close by. And I knew his family. I know his sons, and his father was a doctor, and so the Davis family came from St. Louis also.
Okay.
Like a lot of musicians come from St. Louis. Clark Terry, Miles.
C'était when 19...
I don't know. He's a little bit older than me. I knew his son, Rockman or Gregory Davis.
Yeah.
And I used to visit Miles at his house. I didn't visit, we used to visit. Me and Bobo Shaw would go see Miles and his son, because we knew his son because he was our age. Yeah, Miles was a funny guy.
He's a funny guy. Yeah. I got the
later I had a friend in Paris, Dominique Gaumont, a guitarist, who played with Miles. So we used to see Miles often and go backstage and talk with Miles.
I've got the news on Felton Cruz. So the bass players we had 5 days ago, and because he's playing the Mama Blues Chicago, and please Jean-Paul, I want to see you in the sudden.
Miles was a big influence for me. I mean, as a horn player.
Alors, you like Jimi? I do the report on Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
Did you see him?
I actually met Jimmy once. I was 15 and I went to a Jimi Hendrix concert, and I was actually backstage with a reporter.
Yeah.
And I actually spoke to Jimmy. I said, "Well, Jimmy, what's up? What's going on?" And he said, "I am."
Yeah, he's a very good guy. He's incredible because I'm talking with John Scofield.
Yeah.
John, he saw Jimmy in New York in the Café Wa.
Right. No, Jimmy was a great influence for me. I mean, the freedom and, like I said, that's got me through my school years. Jimi Hendrix and Miles and Coltrane.
Yeah. You like every musician is like me. Alors, moi je voudrais savoir maintenant, c'est comment tu as rencontré Audio Meeting Hervé Krief?
With Hervé. Oh yeah, you know, Hervé contacted me, and some years ago, or maybe 5 years ago, we started projects together. But first with the Mingus tribute songs, and it developed, and soon we began to co-write songs, and we really got a special sound just now. And Hervé's a good friend, and we've got some. He sends me the music, and then I create the lyrics and the horns, and we really throw some beautiful songs.
And the DVD is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great DVD. Stop to Kill It. But it's a very commercial. But I enjoy it very much because I like good, strong commercial music too, when it's funky and rock and with strong lyrics. But we created a very special project, a very unique sound.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping for a lot of success with this.
Maybe because it's soon the new CD of because we're doing the recording last years, and
right. The CD should be coming soon. I don't know what he's doing, but we were trying to find a label, but it's so difficult to find a good label now to be interested. But maybe we'll see what happens. But the music is great. This music is.
Alors, the last question, because it's open, is vers the show, present the musician in the camera. He's played tonight, on the bass player tonight,
Kim, right.
And Kim.
Okay, well Kim, I've known Kim since she played with Defunkt.